reps are now done seeing people that they know, so now they're going to start seeing people that they don't know, so we just want to teach them some, some extra things how to deal with people they don't know. That's it. That's their training program. Then after that, we sit down with them, and now we don't kick them out after that, but what we do each week, well, as I said before, once a day they do call in. We talk to our reps every day. They talk to myself or one of our assistant managers, and we give them daily help or advice if they need any of that. Then twice a week, we have a meeting with the reps. One meeting is a one-on-one meeting where we sit down, they turn in their presentation reports from the previous week, we make a schedule for the upcoming week, and we just go through and look at their statistics and see where they can help or where they can improve. And the other meeting is a team meeting. I have one of these tonight. And when you have 30 to 40 positive, outgoing people who are making some money in a room together, I think there's a social atmosphere in my office. Yeah, and we play Cut Go Jeopardy. And so that's how it goes. And then also we have field trainings at the meetings. Any of our experienced reps that have appointments, when they come into the meeting, they'll sign up on our field training chart. Any of our new reps, they'll say, hey, Charlie, I'd like to see your demo. And they can see where she has demos, and they can sign up and go with her and watch her do an appointment if they'd like to. And so that's it. And the reason we do, our reps really are into that because, as you can see, our goal for the new year is to do $1 million this year. Last year we did 500,000. This year our goal is to do $1 million and double it. And the only way that's going to happen is if my people make a lot more money, and our representatives know that if our office is doing well and we're being very successful here, and they're in that office, well, they understand that it's not like somebody has to fail in order for somebody else to do well in our company. So our reps don't mind helping each other out and creating a level of success for everyone. So to wrap up here, I guess the last thing I'll talk about here is perks. As far as perks go, probably the biggest perk of our job is how good do you think our people would do if they didn't have products to show clients?
Say something.
Yeah, the point would be really weird. It was like imagine
solid to hold on to.
Yeah, pictures of books and stuff for them. But no. So at the end of the training session, all of our representatives get a $567 sample set of our products that they can show to their clientele. As a benefit to our position here, our reps don't have to buy their products. They don't have to buy anything to work here. They can just borrow for the time that they're working. Now, when the reps are done working with us, whenever that is, they have two options with that sample set. One option is to buy it if they want to keep it, that's fine. And the other option is to turn it back in. I'll talk about the buy option first. Has anyone ever lent something out to somebody before?
Yeah.
And so that usually doesn't work out too well. But with the buying option, why do you think some of our reps keep the products even though they decide not to work here anymore? I heard they're good. So been telling so many people to buy them, they're pretty good. Has anybody ever worked somewhere though where they get like a discount or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. What are these discounts? How much are they? I don't even know.
10, 15, 20.
20. 31? Okay, cool. So 30 is usually the size of here. We give our reps a similar type of discount, except it's a little higher. They get a 78% discount on their products, and their samples go for $147. So they get a 12-piece set, which is pretty nice. They're $15 a piece there, and for the price of a textbook, they get a really good set of those for the rest of their lives. By the way, this 78 is not a random number. It wasn't like we're sitting in a room. Why don't we do 78? So that's not where that came from. This is the cost for us to make their sample set. So we give it to them as cheap as we possibly can at the cost to make it. We don't make any money on that, and we can't give it to them cheaper, or we lose money just making it for them. Now, the other option again is the borrowing option. Now, as I said before, most people when they try to lend stuff out, what's the hardest part of lending stuff out?
Getting it back.
Yeah, getting it back. Or it comes back broken and all that kind of stuff, right? And you ever notice close you are to someone, by the way, the harder it is for them to give you things back. So you gotta steal your own movies from your back. So as far as it goes, our company refuses to give 70,000 and 50,000 of the 70,000 college students $560 in samples and just hope they magically bring it back to us, when they're done working. So instead of hunting these people down, what the company came up with is a compromise program. And what they ask for in return if someone's going to borrow their samples is a refundable security deposit on the samples. And to make it real simple, they said, well, let's just make it the same amount, the cost to make it. So that way, when someone starts working with us, most people just put a credit card number down so that way we don't have to disappear. Some people actually use cash, and then they'll put cash down, and then they take their samples, they use them, and then when they're done working with us, if they decide, hey, I want to keep these, then they just disappear, we would keep their deposit. If they bring it back, then we would give 100% of that back, or we'd release their card, or however they did it in the first place. So we thought these were pretty good options, to make sure that we didn't lose our products. However, students. College students find ways around everything. And what we found a lot of our students were doing is nobody was giving it back. We put this in place for people to give it back, but nobody gave it back. And then we found out what they were really doing is they were keeping them, but they weren't keeping them for themselves. What they were doing is they were reselling them to their last clients right before they would stop working here. And they would say, you know what, Mrs. Jones, if you really like it, I'm going back to school tomorrow, you know, I'm going to be done this week, so how about this? I'll come back tomorrow, I'll drop it off at your house, and, you know, no tax, no shipping, and just give you just write check out to me. And so the customers were like, great. Now, the thing is, the reps weren't selling it at their price, though. They were selling it at full price. And they're making a $420 profit on their sample kit. And our company decided that we're okay with that, because we just train them how to sell things. So, we let them sell it. However, that is a one-time deal. Reps can't keep buying and selling our sample set every single week. That's not the job here. So they get one sample set. If they sell it, that's fine, but they don't work here anymore. If they keep it for themselves, then they have a great set of knives. And if they give it back to us, then again, they get 100% of that back. And we put that in writing for them on the last day of training, so they have that for themselves. Especially my college students love that program because that's about the price of a textbook, but when you bring a textbook back to a college, how much do they give in return? Sometimes nothing. Yeah, so a couple percentages. So our reps like the fact they get all the money back at the end. So some other light perks here. We do a scholarship program for college students. Top 25 students in the spring and the fall get scholarships. Top 50 in the summer get scholarships. And they range. Number 25 gets a $200 scholarship. Number 1 gets a $2,000 scholarship. And it just helps pay for school and books. But more importantly, it's something for their resume to say they placed in the top 25, you know, out of over 50 to 70,000 students that work here. Some other perks. It's very easy for me to motivate my new people. Like, for example, Jolly, Matt, and James, and you, sir. Well, you know, our top 4 last week were our top people, our brand new people, in our last training seminar. And it's very easy for me to motivate new people because new people are broke. So they work hard in the beginning. It's very hard for me to motivate like David and Shawnee and Steve and my top people. And the reason why is because they're all at that 30% level and they can do math. And they just come to me at the beginning of the week and they're like, you know, Mr. Washington, if I do 10 appointments, I'm pretty good at this now. I'll probably sell like 8 of them. And 8 times 250 is, you know, $2,000 in sales, and I'm at 30%. So what is that, like a $600 paycheck? For 10 appointments? Do I have to do 10? Can I do 5? And you know,
Wow.
and money only motivates people when they don't have it. So, but as a manager, I can't have my best people doing the least amount of work every week. I have to try to find ways to motivate these people. So I found the next best way to motivate someone is to send them away on trips. These are some of our corporate trips. We do 4 company trips every year. We do a trip to Puerto Rico, which was nice. We did Vegas. We do Vegas every year because it's Vegas. We did a trip to Texas. And we're doing a trip to Costa Rica, which I'm very excited about. And so when we do these trips as motivation, we don't try to hide that from our people. We just tell them, look, we work hard, and you know, we'll take you places. I just love this face. So that was a trip to Prague that we did 2 years ago. And you know, and so the trips obviously are a big thing there. But the last 2 perks of our job are advancement and experience. And as far as advancement goes, I will tell you, you know, 13 years ago now, when I was sitting over there looking for a summer job, I wasn't sitting there going, oh man, I'm going to be the manager of this knife company one day. You know, like, that was not what I wanted. I just wanted a summer job. But I am still here, and the reason I am still here is because there was a lot of growth, there was a lot of advancement in our company to move into. And you know, I've had friends that I graduated with who have switched careers 2, 3, 4 times already, and you know, get downsized and done all that stuff with the economy, and you know, and I'm still working the same job that I did when I was a junior in college. And so